Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome into the Raining Fist podcast on the Purple Rain podcast YouTube channel. That's right. This is the first episode, the first rendition, the first installment, whatever you want to call it, of the official MMA podcast on the Purple Rain podcast YouTube channel. Again, the Raining Fist pod. I am your host, Sutton Def, and I am back here with some more YouTube content. Again, this is going to be focusing on UFC. And right now, literally right now, we're covering live UFC 326. Watching the main card as we speak. If you're part of the replay gang, shout out to you. Leave a comment down below on what you thought about the fights. Right now, I'm currently watching live Michael Johnson versus Drew Dober in round number 2. But again, this is the start of a brand new pod, something brand new for the PRP YouTube channel, and we hope that we can like really make this something big. Like I love mixed martial arts. For those of you guys who do not know, I've been watching MMA for the last about 15 years, I would say, and I just really, really, really want to cover some fights on this platform here on the Purple Rain podcast. So again, the Reigning Fist pod has officially begun. Thank you guys so much again for coming through. What up, Void? Void just renewed the membership. Appreciate you, Void. Appreciate that, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, tonight is UFC 326. UFC 326. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. This is going to be a phenomenal fight night. I cannot wait for the main event, to be honest with you. Like, I already put, in my predictions you guys saw earlier in the week. I'm picking Max Holloway to win tonight. I'm picking Max Holloway to beat Charles Oliveira. I love both fighters, but I'm picking Max because I love Max more, and I think he is more skilled, especially on the feet. Oh my goodness, Drew Dober just knocked out Michael Johnson. Lord have mercy. Wow. Drew Dober just knocked Michael Johnson out. Wow. A straight left hand down the pike. Michael Johnson can't believe it. Wow. He can't believe it. Wow. Incredible. Are you guys watching UFC 326? If you're not, you need to be. Look, he feinted the right hand, left hand right down the pike on the chin, right on the button. Shut Michael Johnson's lights out, and then follows it up with a left hand on the ground. Wow. Insane. Oh, oh man, that's one of those. That's one of those. If you're Michael Johnson, you might want to hang him up after that. KLA, what up, brother? What up? Welcome to the Reigning Fist podcast. Again, this is a new show here on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel where we will be covering MMA content, MMA events live, which is what I'm doing right now. Wow. Drew Dober just knocked out Michael Johnson. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, if you are an MMA fan, and this is your first time listening to the Purple Rain podcast. Again, my name is Sutton Def. This is a YouTube channel where we would normally cover NFL, National Football League content, most specifically the Baltimore Ravens, as that is where I'm from, the Maryland area. This channel is a Baltimore Ravens YouTube channel, but we also do cover mixed martial arts, most specifically the Ultimate Fighting Championship, aka the UFC. I've been watching this sport for the past 15, almost 20 years, and I've been wanting to start a podcast about it, you know. So here I am. Here I am doing it. You may see some guests along the way on this show. So just to warn you guys, there's going to be some other people here who show up and talk fights with me. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a journey. It's going to be a journey. So again, if that sounds good to you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel as well as we embark on this journey of covering the UFC here on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. But like I said, guys, UFC 326, I'm watching the main card. Drew Dober just knocked out Michael Johnson. Now Joe Rogan is interviewing Drew Dober. Let me see what he says here. Yeah, he fainted that right hand. It's funny because he was out of southpaw too. Fainted the straight right out of southpaw. Fainted the jab and then just blasted that left from southpaw and just flatlined Michael Johnson. He never saw it coming. He never saw it coming. He didn't even brace for impact. He never saw that punch coming. That's actually crazy. That is actually crazy. Wow. I do know a lot of you guys, while we wait for the next fight. What up, King Blaze? I do know a lot of you guys watching right now are Baltimore Ravens fans. You know, this this news of Max Crosby officially being a Raven has settled with me for 24 hours now. And I still feel the exact same way that I do last night when me and Alex recorded. We went live and I said, I fucking love it because I fucking do. The Ravens finally got a guy now who, they can close a game with. Too many times last season, or even in the past 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons, right? The Ravens would have a lead, but then give that lead up, surrender that lead, just because they had nobody who could get to the passer, nobody who could rush the passer. But now that you have a Max Crosby and you have a Travis Jones and hopefully a Nnamdi Madubuike coming back on the interior as well, and then again a young spry Mike Green, I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see what they do. Spooky J in the chat, what up? Says maybe I don't know ball, but these last two pay-per-view cards have been full of jabronis outside of the main events. Been some good fights though. The last two, yeah. I mean, honestly, you're right. You're right, Spooky J. Honestly, the entire Paramount era for the UFC, which has been like I think up to this point 3 pay-per-view cards and some more fight nights and things like that. It's been underwhelming. It's been massively underwhelming because they're not putting on any really, really big and meaningful fights. Like you're not seeing a whole lot of title fights, in this Paramount era. You're seeing like, contenders fighting contenders. That's like the biggest thing going on right now. And the UFC really doesn't have a whole lot of how do I say they don't need to put on the biggest fights anymore because Paramount already paid them $8 billion, right? So they already have their money. Oh, I think they're about to announce the White House card. Hold on. I think they're about to announce the White House card, the UFC. Hold on. I got to turn this up. They're about to announce the White House card, guys. June 14th, 2026. They're about to announce the White House card. Holy shit. Here we go. Chat, here we go. This can save the UFC if they do a good job here. They put Justin Gaethje on screen. That means he's fighting. Ilya Taporia is fighting Justin Gaethje. Okay, that's the main event. Ilya Taporia versus Justin Gaethje, main event. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. You got Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gahn. Sean O'Malley versus Ayman Zahabi, whoever the fuck that is. Mauricio Rufy versus Michael Chandler, Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins, Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. Oh, this is a horrible card. This is terrible. Oh my God, this is horrible. What is this? This is disgusting. Ilya Topuria versus Justin Gaethje as the main event, sure. And then as the co-main, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gahn. I mean, I love those two fights. Those two fights, great. Those two fights, okay, awesome. I mean, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gahn for the heavyweight championship. I love that. I mean, they should have put that as the main event. Honestly, Ilya Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Everybody who knows anything, anyone who knows anything about fight sports, knows that Ilya Topuria is going to fuck Justin Gaethje up. Now you have Joe Rogan interviewing Dana White, two bald white guys talking to each other right now. This is not it. This is not it. This is not the big one that Dana White and the UFC thought it was. In the main event, you have a Georgian going up against an American. He's going to starch the American. The American is going to get starched in this one. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Bro, what? Trump approved this? I cannot believe Trump approved this. I mean, you're looking at listen, again, the main event of the UFC White House card on June 14th, 2026 is going to be Ilya Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Right? You have a Georgian and Ilya Topuria versus an American and Justin Gaethje. But everybody knows the Georgian, Ilya Topuria, is about to knock out Justin Gaethje easily. So that's one American down. Then, okay, maybe the co-main event, there's an American, maybe the American in the co-main event can win. Nope. You got a Brazilian and Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gahn, a Frenchman, in the co-main event. You got a Brazilian versus a Frenchman in the co-main event. This is bad. This is really, really bad. You didn't get Conor McGregor on this card. You didn't get John Jones on this card. This is not the flex the UFC thinks it is. This is really going to hurt the UFC. Again, Alex Pereira is a huge name. He's a huge draw for UFC fans, for MMA fans, for fight fans. Alex Pereira is a huge draw. But if you're going to be going live on CBS, literally on national television, you got to do more than that. You got to do more than Alex Pereira. You got to give cable TV a name they know. You have to give them Conor McGregor. You have to give them John Jones. You got to give them one of the two. Giving them Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gahn, that's not going to cut it, buddy. It's not. Oh my gosh. And then the rest of the card is dog shit. The rest of the card is absolute dog shit. Holy crap. As Rob Font is about to fight Raul Rosas Jr., we're going to cover that fight here. Wow. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do not get it. They have the top dogs on the card not going against each other. Yeah, this is a bad card. This is a horrible card. Faraz Sahabi. This is a horrible card. The UFC White House card is a total and utter failure. A total and utter failure. You have the one American that you have headlining the card. There's a 90% chance that he gets knocked the fuck out. And I'm not saying this to say like, oh, you should have had some Americans who, can win. Like let's favor the Americans. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just like from Trump's perspective, I'm sure that he was talking to Dana White about like, okay, Dana White was probably telling him like, yeah, here's the fights we put together. And he's like, oh, so we got Justin Gaethje versus who was this guy? Um, who was this guy? Ilya Topuria. He's gonna knock him out, right? The American's gonna win, right? Well, actually, no. I mean, more than likely, this Ilya Taporia guy, he's gonna fuck up the American Justin Gaethje. Oh well, fuck. I mean, in the main event, yeah, unfortunately, he's gonna fuck him up. Okay, well, do we have any Americans in the co-main? Nah, in the co-main, we got a Brazilian and we got a Georgian. Maybe I think they're gonna put on a good fight. I don't, who knows who wins, but it's not going to be America's night, basically. I don't know how Trump signed off on that. I don't understand that. I don't get it. This is a terrible card. A terrible card. Maybe they're saving something. Maybe they have something in the tuck for International Fight Week, which I think is like maybe a couple of weeks after the UFC White House card is supposed to be taking place. But as of right now, this looks bad. This looks very, very bad. Oh my goodness. World class, what up? Kenny, what up? Kenny says, I'm here to support. I don't know ball. All good, Kenny. Appreciate you for coming through. This is the Reigning Fist podcast, a brand new show here on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Damn near a network now. The Purple Rain Network, right? Where we do a lot of shit. I mean, we do the main Purple Rain podcast, main show, main pod. We do the Quiet Storm of Sports. We also do sudden reactions, and here we are here with the Reigning Fist podcast. So very multifaceted, for sure. Multifaceted, multifarious, whatever you want to call it. We're doing a lot of things here at PRP. So if you want to broaden your horizons, and you're just here joining us here, make sure you subscribe if you have not already to PRP. We cover a lot of things here on this channel: MMA, NFL, all sorts of things. So make sure you give us a follow or a sub. Appreciate you coming through, Kenny. Spooky J says Bo Nickel in 2026. Yeah, I mean Bo Nickel gets on the card because he's an American. You know, he's an American. They need American stars to go on that card. But it's just I don't know, man. That White House card is gonna be so weak. It's gonna be so weak, bro. It's gonna be so weak. Like the problem about it is like it's not going to appeal to the casuals, right? Okay, some people will say, okay, Alex Pereira, I know him. Poatan, I know him. I'm gonna tune in. But most people, the majority of like casual fight fans, are not gonna like purposely tune in for Ilya Taporia versus Justin Gaethje or Cyril Gane versus Alex Pereira. They're just not. They're just not. You had to get John Jones or Conor McGregor on that card. The fact that you got neither of them, it tells me that they must be looking to book John Jones for International Fight Week, which again I believe is in July. So, so now we have Raul Rosas Jr. getting ready to fight Rob Font, and I'm finna take a shot. I'm finna take a shot before this fight, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. 60 people watching live right now. Salute to y'all. Again, this is a brand new show, the Reigning Fist Podcast. I'm your host, Sutton Def, where we cover fights as they throw down. Here we go. Here we go. Rain Gang, chat. I'm pouring up for y'all. This is for Max Crosby. This is for Max Crosby, officially being a Raven. Up and down to it for you guys. Love y'all. Rain Gang, salute to y'all. Here we go. Yeah. Kenny says, who I got winning tonight? I got Max Blessed Holloway, baby. I got Max Blessed Holloway. That's who I got winning tonight. That's my guy. The best boxer in the UFC. The reason why I have Max Holloway winning tonight is because his boxing is so sharp, so crisp, so fast. Don't get me wrong, Charles Oliveira, he can crack too. He got some hands too, but he's a little bit clunkier when it comes to striking as opposed to Max Holloway. Max Holloway is sharper than Charles Oliveira is on the feet. And I feel like Max Holloway will find his chin. He will sit him down and he will stop him. He will stop him. King Blaze and ISO say they lighten up to that. Y'all lighten up? Y'all lighten up? Hey man, I gotta light me up some too. I'm gonna light me up some too. After this fight, I'm gonna light me up some. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna light me up some. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. Get lifted for me. Spooky J says, where the fuck is Michael Chandler? I mean, he's low-key cheeks, but he's an American at least. Yeah, I mean, you could have did Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor on this card easily. See, here's the thing. Here's the reason why I think that the UFC chose not to put Conor McGregor and John Jones on this card. Here's the reason why. I think that they didn't put them on the card because they knew that they wanted to have them booked on a card where they can make money off of a live gate. What do I mean by that? Okay, so this White House card is going to be obviously performed in Washington, D.C. on the White House lawn. They're not going to have fans. Like, it's not going to be open to the public to just go and watch that card go down. It's going to be only like, the elite politicians. They said like a random draft of like military service members, things like that, which is really cool. But you're not going to have just like regular fans able to buy tickets to go and watch the UFC White House event. Right. So with that being said, I don't think that the UFC really, really wants to put these big fighters, these big names, like again, Conor McGregor, John Jones, on a card that they cannot make a lot of money off of. The UFC is already losing a lot of money. They're losing a lot of money by making this White House card because logistically it costs a lot to pull something like that off. Obviously, again, this is something that the UFC has never done before. They're on the White House lawn, but and again, that takes a ton of cash to do. And on top of that, they don't want to have to pay John Jones whatever his asking price might be, Conor McGregor whatever his asking price might be, to fight on that card without them being able to make their money back off the live gate. People going to the bars and restaurants and things like that, like they can't make their money back. They can't recoup their investment. So again, I think that's the reason why you saw the White House card that we got. But again, it's just sad because after the two first fights, it's lackluster. But here we go. We got Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. getting ready to kick off here. Getting ready to kick off here. Let's see. Let's see. Kenny says, isn't John Jones retired? No, he's not. John Jones is not retired. John Jones is still with the UFC. All right. Raul Rosas Jr. is like maybe 19 years old, maybe? He's so young. And Rob Font is 38. Imagine you're 19 years old and you're fighting a 38-year-old. Or imagine you're 38 and you're fighting a 19-year-old. It's crazy. Like the video, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Again, this is the Reigning Fist podcast. This is my live reaction to UFC 326. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. First episode of many covering MMA and UFC and really all fight sports here on this YouTube channel, the Purple Rain Podcast. Again, this is the Reigning Fist Podcast. Rob Font switching stances a lot. Oh, sticks Raul Rosas Jr. right there with a straight right. Nice. Rosas with a nice leg kick. Rob Font really seems like he's sitting down on all of his strikes. He's making himself kind of available for a big strike from Rosas. If Rosas explodes, Font is going to be there to be hit. I'd be interested to see if Rosas decides to explode here, what that would do. So Rosas is fighting out of the southpaw stance. Oh, okay. Rob Font got some good punches off in the clinch. Again, Rob Font, a savvy veteran versus the young, very young Raul Rosas Jr., all of 19 years old, going up against a 38-year-old vet. Rosas gets Rob Font on the ground. Imagine getting taken down from a 19-year-old. You're 38. Imagine that. All right, so let me see here. Oh, Rosas Jr. is all over him. He's all over him. Kenny says, What is your five goats of the UFC?" Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna go with John Jones, number one. Number two, Habib Nurmagomedov. Number three, Anderson Silva. Number four, goats of the UFC. I'm gonna go with Conor McGregor for more political reasons than actual, like, statistical, I guess you could say, reasons. And then number five, I'm gonna go with my goats, my goats, my goats. Who would be the fifth? I'd probably go DJ Demetrius Johnson. Demetrius Johnson, flyweight legend. I'd go him. That's a bad motherfucker right there. Yeah, those five. So again, like I said, John Jones, Conor McGregor, Anderson Silva, Demetrius Johnson, and whoever the last one I said was. Habib Nurmagomedov. Yeah, those are my top five. Those are my goats. Those are my goats. Again, y'all, welcome into the Reigning Fist Podcast, episode one, first of many. Yeah, so far in this fight, it looks like Raul Rosas Jr. has been controlling Rob Font. The second half of that first round, Rosas Jr. was really, getting what he wanted on the ground and dictating where the fight was taking place. Rob Font, at this point, bro, you got to come out here. You got to break this boy. You can't let him dictate the pace of the fight. Because if you do, you will lose this fight. Rob Font, you will lose this fight. So we'll see what he does going forward here. Spooky J says Aspinall is about to be the biggest what if of all time, which very well may be true. Tom Aspinall, current UFC heavyweight champion. Um, In his last fight against Cyril Gane, who's getting ready to fight Alex Pereira, which by the way is a great fight. It's a great fight, but White House card, I would have expected more. But anyways, back to Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, he was really supposed to be the next guy to fight John Jones. And the fact that we're here at this point now where John doesn't have a fight lined up, right? And Aspinall is injured or whatever. It kind of derailed Aspinall's career, because he was on top of the world, knocking everybody out. Like everybody thought that, oh, when he fights John, he's gonna be the first one to give John an L. But here we are now, one eye poke later from Cyril Gane, and oh shit, hold on, wait a minute. One eye poke later from Cyril Gane, and Tom Aspinall is seemingly damn near out of the UFC. Just signed with Eddie Hearn the other day. I think he wants to box and whatnot now. It's a cold game in MMA. They don't pay you a lot and they expect a lot out of you. And I think when Tom Aspinall realized that, he said, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to go box. And more power to him, honestly. I would rather see Tom Aspinall go out and box because Tom is a really good guy. You can tell he's a really good guy. I don't know him personally, obviously, but like I can tell Tom Aspinall is a very good guy. All right, but let me cover this fight. Rob Font versus Rosas Jr. round 2, 3 minutes to go in round 2. You got Rosas Jr. on top of Rob Font here. In half guard. Seems like Rob Font is low-key kind of like accepting this position here. And this is round 2, and he's like chasing he's chasing a triangle. Rob Font is from half guard. Rob Font is chasing a triangle from half guard on the bottom, and it's just not happening. And Raul Rosas Jr. is freaking punching his fucking glutes, punching Rob Font's glutes. All right, Raul Rosas Jr. is trying to mat return him. Okay, he's trying to take the back now. He's trying to take the back. He's got the back. He's got one hook. He's got one hook. Okay, okay. He rotates. Now Rosas Jr. Rob Font is in half guard. Yeah, Rob Font doesn't really look like he has an answer for what's going on the ground right now. He just doesn't. Did you see Chase react to the Crosby trade? Yeah, man. That boy let Joe know. He let Joe know in a quick fashion in a hurry, didn't he? Hey, that man Jamar Chase, he hit up Joe Burrow. Or no, Joe Burrow hit up Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow hit up Jamar Chase. He was like, hey, Ravens got Max Crosby. Jamar Chase said, shit. Damn, I'm about to have even less yards, less touchdowns this year. Now, I mean, 6 games out the year, you got to deal with Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, and TJ Watt. Shit. Yeah, bro. Jamar Chase, he know what's up. He know what's up. He know his quarterback about to be in hell literally for 6 at the very bare minimum, 6 games out of the year. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough right there. I'm not gonna lie. Again, shout out to y'all for coming through watching this first episode of the Reigning Fist podcast. Right now, you got Raul Rosas Jr. dominating Rob Font from the top. 8 seconds left in round 2. Yeah, it's looking like this fight here is probably gonna go the distance. This fight is probably gonna go the distance. Yep. All right, round three. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Rob Font. 65 people watching live right now. Shout out to y'all. So the UFC keeps advertising the Zuffa boxing, and they're about to have the World Cruiserweight Championship. Opataya versus Glanton, which is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. I think that Jai Opataya guy, they've really been hyping him up as like a knockout artist. I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna check him out. Oh, Rob Font lands a big, nice right hand. Yeah, but he's losing. Yeah, he's losing. He's got to land something big. It looks like he's trying to hunt. But my thing about Raul Rosas Jr., like, you got to start finishing these fights, bro. I think he's won like 4 in a row, but like, you got to start finishing these fights, man. Like, it's not a good look what's going on right now. Like, you're barely taking him down, like, you're controlling the fight in a lot of ways. That's cool, but you're not really dominating your opponent. You can tell he's good, but like, he just can't, like, I hate to say it, but he can't entertain. He can't do something that like makes you like really stand up, you know? It's crazy. 3.5 minutes left. You got Rosas Jr. all over Rob Font on the ground. Rob Font trying to post to get that post. He's up to his feet now. So on his feet. All right. Rosas Jr. is kneeing him. Those really hurt. People don't talk about how much that type of shit hurts when you get kneed in the back of your thigh, your glutes. God, like that shit hurts bad. You got Rosas back here on top of Rob Font in half guard now. Damn, this is a boring fight. This is crazy. This is crazy. Kayla Sports says Burrow about to have 50 pass attempts in the divisional games and have 2 seconds to throw. Oh yeah, I mean, you talk about it. I mean, like, I mean, I'm just talking about the Ravens. Like, I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about the Steelers. I don't care about the Browns and their pass rush, but just talking about our pass rush specifically, the Baltimore Ravens, right? I mean, and this is like contingent upon if Namdi Madubuike plays football next year. But if you get a Namdi Madubuike and a Travis Jones and a Mike Green and a Tavius Robinson, and then you sprinkle in, right? You sprinkle in a Max Crosby. I don't see how you can fail. Like that is a demonizing pass rush. right? And then you're rotating in, of course, John Jenkins and Aeneas Peebles, right? Like, by the way, Tyler Huntley just signed with the Ravens as well, 2-year contract. Well done. I mean, that was a no brainer. Tyler Huntley was a no brainer, by the way, guys. Addressing that now. Tyler Huntley, his 2-year, however many $1 million he got, I think it was like 11 million or something like that, 12 million. He deserves every penny. That's the quarterback we need if Lamar Jackson can't go. I don't know why the Ravens ever thought that a Cooper Rush was going to be able to provide continuity for this Ravens led offense that really prided themselves off of, heavy read option, play action, pre snap motion, things like that. Like, why would you think that Cooper Rush is the guy to back up unless you were just like fantasizing Joe Flacco? That'd be the only thing that I could think of. But no, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. My guy Huntley. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Listen, y'all. Listen, chat. Rosas Jr. versus Rob Font just wrapped up. It's looking like it's going to be Rosas Jr. by decision in that one. Unfortunate as it may be, it's what it is. Again, y'all, episode 1 of the Reigning Fist podcast. Anybody blazing up? Who blazing up? Who blazing up? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Babe, come here. Come here, get on camera and show the Rain Gang what you looking like.
I'm looking half asleep.
I know. It's real quick. Over this way. It's better over this way.
Just for a second.
Listen, Rain Gang, this is my lady here, my leading lady. Her name is Jessica. Okay? Jess. Y'all be real nice to her, okay? Y'all be real nice to her.
Thank you.
It's a Saturday night, and I'm supposed
to
shot o'clock. I'm supposed to be spending time with her, but I'm actually spending time with y'all. So give her a shout out if you're here in the chat watching live. All 70 of you guys.
Well, I'll get a shot ready. Well, they can take one with us.
Yes. She's gonna go ahead and get a shot poured up for us. King Blaze says Jess with a strong arm emoji. Raul Rosas Jr. gets the W as we expected.
I'm also gonna get the bowl ready whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we're wasted. We wasted. Let me see. K Bar Moving says, "Big up Jess." Yeah, for sure. That's my lady. Raul Rosas Jr. is 21. I thought he was a little bit younger than that. Damn. But 21 years old, winning fights. Salute to him. Where can we watch the fight? Says King Lee. On Paramount. It's on Paramount. All UFC fights are on Paramount now. So I mean, it's like $8.99 a month or something like that. But like, you get every UFC fight, and then you get all the stuff on Paramount. It's totally worth it. I promise you. Kenny says, "Shout out and Sutton feeling good tonight." I am. And listen, man, this is a cheers to y'all. Cheers to y'all. It's right there. It's right there. Yep. Max Crosby is a Raven. We got a pass rush, ladies and gentlemen. What's your go-to liquor when you drink? Reposado tequila. Tequila reposado. That's my go-to tequila. More specifically, um, El Destilador tequila. It's in here in Texas. Oh, Puka Nakua is at the UFC fights tonight. Looking real cool with that Carhartt on. Okay, I see you swaggy. Marab Deviashvili, number one ranked bantamweight in the UFC. Take your shot, King Lee. Maker's Mark. Wow. I haven't had any Maker's Mark in a minute. That whiskey, man. That whiskey. Something a little different. Something a little different right there. Kenny says, cut waters. If you get a case or two, you'd be good. You will. I mean, for sure. Y'all can hear Ace in the background. But Cutwaters, I mean, I definitely had my phase where, I was drinking like the Cutwaters and the seltzers and the stuff like that around like the COVID time and stuff. Like that was my thing. It was, you know. But I haven't had any Cutwaters. I haven't had a Cutwater in a minute. All right, so next up we got Rainier the Ritter versus Kyle Bohalo, the co-main event of the card here. Co-main event of the evening. This should be a very good fight. A middleweight fight. Uh for those of you guys who do not know, in the UFC, middleweight is weighed in at 185 pounds. And this fight right here should be very, very interesting when it comes to the grappling because you have Rainier the Ritter, who is not the best striker, but he wants to clinch up with you and take you down and wrestle you and stuff like that. But you have Kyle Bahalo, who is his opponent, who wants to stand up and strike with you. So we'll see who is able to dictate this fight, dictate where this fight takes place. Like that's how you know who's gonna win a fight. And that's why I think that Max Holloway is gonna beat Charles Oliveira tonight. Because Max Holloway does a very good job at dictating where he wants the fight to take place. And he wants tonight's fight to take place on the feet. And I think Oliveira is gonna allow him to do that. But this fight that we got coming up is the way to go. I mean, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Again, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Appreciate y'all for coming through. King Lee says, one of my coworkers gave me a weed pen. I told him I didn't smoke, but I said if we do something special this off season, I would take a hit. I'm scared. King Lee, listen, bro, you ain't got to be scared, big dog. Go ahead and hit that pen. Go ahead and hit that pen, big dog. You be all right. It's Saturday night. You if anything, you're gonna feel great. You're gonna feel amazing after you hit that pin, especially if you've never hit it before. If you've never hit it before, just only do it one time though. I'm gonna say that. Just do it one time. Just do it one time. But if you have, then maybe do it a couple times, maybe a few. King Blaze says, smoke that pin. Yeah. Hit it. Hit it, brother. Hit it, brother. I'm gonna take this drink. So they're previewing the main event of, I guess, the April card. Carlos Ulberg versus Yuri Prohashka, which is also going to be a very good fight. That's a banger of a fight right there. I can't wait to see that. The Benjamin will have you toasted. It will. It will. But that's why I said only take one hit. If you haven't done it before, if you haven't tried it, just do one. you know, and then see how you feel in about 5 minutes. If it's the Benjamin, it's only gonna take about 5 minutes. So if y'all know, you know. If you know, you know. If you hit the pin, you gonna feel it within 5 minutes or less. If you don't feel it within 5 minutes, then it ain't shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Maybe consider joining the Rain Gang here. I might do these lives, these Raining Fist podcasts, and then I'm also trying to do some new a new thing for those of you guys who are listening live right now. You're gonna get an inside scoop here on what I plan to do with the channel. I want to start doing Saturday Night Sutton, which is going to be a series where me and my girl, we just show you what we're doing on a Saturday night, and I just live stream it, but only for members though, only for members, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you do enjoy PRP and you want more PRP, that's coming. That's on the way. That's on the way. He said it's 83 THC. Man, if you don't take that motherfucking rip, you don't rip that motherfucking pen, you're gonna piss me off. Rip it. Do it. Do it. You're gonna feel great, man. You're gonna feel great. They're playing the highlight reel for the Rainier de Ritter versus Kyle Bohalo fight that's about to happen. I got Kyle Bohalo in this fight. Damn, he be flatlining folks too. I remember when Kyle Bohalo like first got in the UFC, I was like thinking to myself, like, who the fuck is this dude? He's got a neck tattoo that's like something like you've never ever seen before. He's got a neck tattoo that literally says in like literally like 200 point font, free spirit across his neck. That shit is scary. It's tough. But Rainier de Ritter, he wants to take the fight to the ground and wear you out from there. That's his thing. This is a big fight too. This is a big fight too because this is at middleweight, and right now at middleweight you've got a couple of contenders. I mean, so the winner of this realistically could probably go ahead and fight. It honestly is weird right now at middleweight in the 185 division in the UFC because you have Nasruddin Imavov, who is kind of waiting in the wings right now to see what happens with the belt because the person who holds the belt is Imavov's friend, Hamzat Shimaev. And Hamzat does not want to fight Imavov, and Imavov does not want to fight Hamzat because they are friends. There's a little conflict of interest right there. Even though they're in the same division, they both weigh 185. Hamzat's the champion. They don't really want to fight each other. But then you have Sean Strickland, who he is begging, dying to fight Hamzat Shemaev. And Hamzat Shemaev is dying to fight Sean Strickland, right? So that's where you get the little conflict of interest there. And I think that the UFC is going to make Strickland versus Shemaev before they make Imavov versus anybody. Because it just makes the most sense. Like you want to get like the people who hate each other the most. I mean, I can only imagine Sean Strickland and Hamzat Shimaev, like the build up to that fight, the shit talk that they're gonna hurl at each other at press conferences, interviews, all that type of shit is gonna hype that fight so much. And real quick, I mean, if I had to pick who I think would win that fight, I would 1000% pick what's his name? Hamzat Shimaev. I would pick Hamzat all the way. Let me see. Chef Spicy Rice says Holloway. Yeah, I got Holloway, brother. I got Holloway tonight, bro. Let's go, Holloway. I think that's after this fight right here. That's after this fight. We got one more fight until Holloway versus Oliveira. And I'm gonna be live the whole way. So shout out to y'all for rocking out with me. Again, this is episode 1 of the Reigning Fist podcast. The Reigning Fist podcast. Episode 1. Episode 1 of the Reigning Fist podcast. Mark it right here, right now. Big things to come for this show on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube network. Okay. King Lee says, wait, so there's no more pay-per-view? That's right. There is no more pay-per-view. Pay-per-view era is over. So what happened was UFC, they got purchased by Paramount for $8 billion. And basically the deal was, hey, Paramount said to UFC, hey, look, if we give you $8 billion, come over to our streaming platform and host all of your events on our streaming platform. No more pay-per-view, no more people got to pay $70, $80 to watch, a big card on your event. No, they're just going to pay $10 a month to watch Paramount Plus, to have Paramount Plus, and anytime UFC comes on, they're going to be able to watch it. That's what happened. That's what happened. So there is no more pay-per-view. Um, this card tonight is the equivalent of what they would consider a pay-per-view event. Right now, they call them what do they call them? It's basically just like a numbered event. You can just they haven't really hashed out what to call it, to be honest with you, but it's just like one of the main cards. It's one of the big cards, right? When you get basically, I'll say it like this: when you get a UFC card that has a number behind it, like this one is UFC 326. That means it's a big card. But when you get a card that has a city behind it, or just the words Fight Night behind it, it's kind of like a second rate card, right? So like a couple of weeks ago, I went to UFC Houston. That was a I guess you can call it a regional card. It was Sean Strickland versus Fluffy Hernandez. And it wasn't as important as this card that's going on right now. This UFC 326, which is a numbered card. A lot of the numbered cards go down in Las Vegas. So right now we're about to get started with Kyle Bahalo versus Rainier de Ritter. Kyle Bahalo is 33. De Ritter is 35. They're fighting at 185 pounds in the middleweight division. This is the co-main event. Here we go. Yeah, bro. Paramount Plus is the real deal, bro. Is the real deal. I don't know if you've ever watched Landman, but like that's like the most popular show on this on the streaming platform. It's supposed to be really good. If anybody here has watched Landman before, let me know down below in the chat. I've never seen it. Let me know if I'm tripping if I haven't watched it yet. All right, Rainier de Ritter. That White House card is ass, bro. That White House card is ass. Ilya Taporia versus Justin Gaethje. Yeah, Ilya's gonna knock out Justin Gaethje in the first round. Whatever, right? Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gahn. Yeah, I mean that's a great fight. I would love to see what happens. What happens there? But AP knocks out Cyril Gahn in a round or two. Then after that, you have Sean O'Malley versus Alaman Zahabi? Like who? Mauricio Ruffy? Who? Versus Michael Chandler? Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins? Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia? Oh my goodness, that is a terrible card. Oh, the UFC just shit the bed. The UFC just shit the bed. Holy shit. Wow. King Lee says I'm not a huge UFC fan. I don't know why. Um, well, are you a boxing fan? Because if you're a boxing fan, that means you're a fight fan. And if you're a fight fan, then you can be a UFC fan because the UFC is so compelling. It's so much more compelling than boxing or any other combat sport. Because in UFC, I don't know if you're watching right now, or whoever is watching or listening right now, what you're seeing is guys who have to master multiple arts of fighting, right? You have to master boxing, you have to master wrestling, you have to master jiu-jitsu, right? That's why they call it the Ultimate Fighting Championship. You have to know how to do everything that it possibly takes to fight another grown human being and survive. The Ritter gets sat on his butt by Bohalo. Let's see. If you're not watching, turn on your Paramount Plus. Oh, good left hand by Bohalo. Oh, Bohalo got kneed in the nuts. He got kneed in the nuts. It was a knee nut, a nut knee, a nut knee. Oh yeah, right in the package, right on the package. That sucks. That sucks. Right on the package. Yeah, hit him low. Hit him real low. And see, when guys get hit low, they give them 5 minutes to recover before starting the fight again, which I totally understand. And if you're a guy, you totally understand. Like, you get hit in the nuts, I need as much time as I fucking can possibly get. I would take all 5 minutes, but most of the time, guys only take like less than a minute, and then they're ready to go and start fighting again. That's how you know these dudes who are fighting, they're the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. Because imagine getting fucking nailed in your nuts. Pause. Right? Imagine getting nailed in the nuts. Pause. And you're ready to start fighting another grown man 60 seconds later. Insane. Insane. Oh. Oh, good right hand. Bahalo. Oh, good left hand of Bahalo. Yeah. This is a good fight so far. Good left hand by Bahalo. Oh my goodness. Ohio is cracking the Ritter. He's cracking him. Oh, the Ritter keeps getting cracked. Yeah. I mean, this is only round one. It's a 3 round fight. I think that DeRitter is he's gonna break. He's gonna break. He's definitely gonna break. He's gonna break. And here we go. DeRitter's trying to take him down. Oh, he gets him with a minute and a half to go in the round. But you got to make something happen here, man. You're already losing this round, this first round by a lot, a large margin. You can't just try to hold him down. You got to do some damage here. Knees to the knees is not going to do it. It's not going to do it. King Lee says, "Do they get paid good money for these fights?" I know it's not like boxing money, is it? It's nothing like boxing money. And no, they don't get paid. Well, they get paid good money relative to us regular, freaking American citizens, right? But like when it comes to like you're talking about good money, like they can live off this money for years and years. No. So, for example, these guys here are probably fighting for, I mean, I'd probably say 50-50, which means $50,000 to show up to the fight and then an additional $50,000 if you win the fight. Right? So if Blue Shorts here in this situation, which is Rainier DeRitter, if he wins this fight, he could win like $100,000, which is like, oh yeah, you think about, oh, six-figure salary, you know. But if he only fights one time a year, that's only $100,000, which also gets taxed. Also, you have to pay out to your training camp and a whole bunch of other, of other people, which means that like this guy's got to fight like 3-4 times a year, which is not reasonable to make a really good profit. So, in short, no, these guys do not make a lot of money compared to boxing. Hell no. Hell no. Dana White, who is the president of the UFC, he just created a new boxing league where one of the guys who just got signed, I think it's Conor Ben, is going to make $15 million per fight. But in the UFC, they make sure that nobody makes that type of money. It's insane. Oh, it sucks. It sucks, bro. It sucks. 77 people watching live right now. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching episode 1 of the Reigning Fist podcast. Right now, we are covering live UFC 326. Right now, we're watching the co-main event: Kyle Bohalo versus Rainier DeRitter. It is round 2. Bahalo lands a nice leg kick. I think Bahalo's going to win this fight by decision. DeRitter doesn't seem like he has anything in the tank to really turn the tide of this fight. Seems like he just wants to survive. Meanwhile, you got Bahalo landing good shots. Oh my goodness, yeah, he's landing some good shots. He landed a right hand right on his chin, landed a left hand on the temple. And this is round 2 with 4 minutes left. Now DeRitter is he's trying to take him down. He's trying to take him down. He's got him up against the fence, but Bahalo stands him up. He stands him up. He's not going like that. DeRitter's still trying to take him down. He just can't do it. He just can't do it. He just can't do it. And that really takes a lot out of a guy. That takes a lot out of a guy. Oh yeah, I mean it's over for DeRitter now because DeRitter knew like yeah the only way I'm gonna win this fight is if I take him down, beat him up. But now that he knows that like yeah I can't take this guy down, but Hollow I mean he's got him in his world now. He's got him in his world because he knows he can't strike with him, and he also knows he can't take him down. So it's over really. This is gonna be a decision victory for Kyle Bahalo. The Ritter reverses. He's got Kyle up against the cage now. Throws a knee. Bahalo gets off the cage. The Ritter puts him back on. Crowd is booing now because they're just kind of working up against the fence. It's only round two. It's only round two. See, we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, and see, here's the thing because Kyle Bahalo and Rainier de Ritter, they both fight in the middleweight division, aka 185 pounds in the UFC. And neither of these guys are going to beat the current 185-pound champion, which is Hamzat Shimaev. Neither of these guys are beating them. Honestly, neither of these guys are beating Dricus Duplessis, who is the number one contender right now. They're not beating the number one contender. Like, there's a talent issue in the UFC right now. We need to talk about it because, like, the top of the top, like, yes, they're great. You know, you have your Hamzat Shimaevs, you have your Ilya Taporias, you have your Islam Makhachev. You know, you have those guys, but outside of them, you don't have a lot of like promising challengers who are really, really gonna like threaten those guys that I just mentioned. And they're not gonna threaten those guys for the belt because they're just not as good. They're just not as good. Right now, we're in the third round of Kyle Bahalo versus Rainier de Ritter, a 185, aka middleweight matchup in the UFC, and neither of these guys are really impressing us. They're not. I mean, they're just kind of dancing around each other. It's ridiculous, low key. I mean, you got one more round. Round two is gonna end here, but I mean, we'll see what happens, right? Meantime, 80 people watching live. Gonna take a quick break here. I'll be right back. Give me 60 seconds. We'll be back. What up, chat? What up, chat? I'm on the move right now. I'm mobile. You feel me? We still going with this episode of Raining Fist Podcast on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. I told you I was gonna light up. That's what I'm gonna do. Listen, brand new show on the way. Well, this is a new show right here, the Raining Fist Podcast. But a new show on the way, Saturday Night Sutton, where you get to follow me into my personal life on the weekends. So, if you're a PRP fan, we got some new shit on the way. But right now, I'm finna light up. Right now, I'm finna light up. This for y'all. Damn.
You let it do this on YouTube?
What you say, baby?
You let it do this on YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube right now. We're live. It's a little quick sum.
No, this is called gardening. That's how you say it.
Is that it, baby?
We're gardening right now. I'm sure chat knows.
Chat knows about gardening. I know King Blaze knows about it.
I mean, his name says it all.
Mike says, LMAO, what's going on here? Hey, listen, bro. Brand new podcast. Raining Fist Podcast. Fight sports. That's what we talk about here. And tonight, I'm doing a live watch party for the Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira UFC 326 event. And this is episode 1 of the Raining Fist Podcast on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. So shout out to you, Mike. Thank you for coming through. And right now, I'm taking a little rip at this bong. That's what I'm doing. By the way, new show on the way, Saturday Night Sutton, for members only. Where, you get to take a peek into my life. What's that, baby?
Here you have like sitting on.
Huh?
You should do sipping with something.
Sipping with Sutton.
That'd be exclusively only for your members. The only like they can see it like that. That'd be tough.
Members only. Sipping with Sutton. We'll see.
They can ask you questions and you be sipping. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that would be a good idea. But
Mike says, I'm talking about you. I know that cough. Hey, listen, bro. You know what's going on. Listen, it's fight night. It's fight night.
$10.22.
Let me set this back up here. Let me see if we got the main event coming on. Love you, baby. All right, all right, all right. We are back. We are back. Welcome back to the Reigning Fist podcast, episode number one. Episode number one. Looks like, yep, Kyle Bahalo defeats Rainier de Ritter. That fight was about as boring as bones, but it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Now we get the main event. Give me the main event now. I'm over these guys. I'm over these guys. You got Joe Rogan with the fucking fighting nerds glasses on. It was great for advertising. Joe Rogan with these fucking glasses on. Kyle Bahalo with a boring ass victory. It's like, oh yeah, it's fighting nerds. That's like their whole thing. It's like him. It's like a faction. It's like him and like a couple other guys. They train at the same gym. They call themselves the fighting nerds. When they win a fight, they put on these glasses with the little stitched up middle part. Yeah, you didn't fucking finish him. Yeah, this is weak shit to me. Shit weak. Shit weak to me. You didn't dominate, bro. That was the boringest fucking fight. Oh, now you're gonna call out Dreykus Duplessis. You can call out Dreykus Duplessis. I mean, I guess. But you're wait in line, buddy. Right? I mean, like, I think honestly with middleweight, you're gonna have Joe Burrow's at the fucking fights. Joe Burrow's at the fucking fights tonight. The UFC fights. Yeah, brother. Good luck. Good luck. 6 times a year, you got to deal with the likes of either TJ Watt, Miles Garrett, or Max fucking Crosby. 6 times a year. Good fucking luck. But no, what I feel like they'll do at the middleweight division for the UFC is they will go ahead and uh, 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 they'll do Hamzat Shemaev versus Sean Strickland, and everybody else is just kind of like a crapshoot. Who's gonna fight who next? I would probably say Nasruddin Imavov. I think that he would probably fight. Oh shit, Max Holloway. He's warming up versus goddamn Charles Oliveira. This is about to be lit. Oh my god, my live reaction. Shit. Oh my god. It's gonna be a great fight. I can't wait. But no, at middleweight, I'm so hype. I'm so hype, y'all. Middleweight, you're gonna see Hamzat versus Sean Strickland very soon. Long story short. But damn, Charles Oliveira is getting warmed up to fight Max Holloway, UFC 326. I'm getting hyped, y'all. We got the main event coming up next, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. I can't wait. I can't wait. Sound off in the chat if you're still listening. If you're listening live, sound off in the chat for me. If you're a part of the hashtag replay gang, leave it down below in the comment section. Hashtag replay gang. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Man, I cannot wait for this fight. I cannot wait for this fight. This fight is going to be crazy, y'all. I got friends texting me in the group chat.
We are in Las Vegas, Nevada tonight at a sold-out T-Mobile Arena for UFC 326 Holloway versus Oliveira 2, and the rematch between two of the baddest men to ever grace the world famous octagon, Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira. And now live inside T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, it is time for the main event for UFC 326 Holloway versus Oliveira 2. So with legacy secured and legendary statuses attained, Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira have arrived on the proving ground once more, and for the Brazilian underdog, a chance to add another belt to his crown. Tudo que eu já sonhei, já ultrapassei faz muito tempo. Todos os fatores estão na ponta. O molequinho da favela, da periferia, e tá até hoje aí.
I'm texting my boys in the group chat, seeing who's watching the fights right now. Let's see if I can get one of my boys in here. Let's see if I can get one of my boys who's watching the fights right now in here with me. That'd be dope. Let me see something. Main event coming up, y'all.
Naquela época, quando eu lutei contra o Max, eu era só um moleque do jiu-jitsu, hoje eu sou um cara do MMA. Se quer uma guerra, tu vai tentar guerra assim, que você não fala, você não pode.
Listen, y'all. Hey, listen, y'all. Main event coming up. Main event coming up, y'all. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. I got Max. I'm telling y'all, I got Max. I got Max clipping him, hurting him, dropping him, and finishing him within 3 rounds. I do. I do. I do. It's gonna be crazy. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Here we go with the walkouts. Here we go with the walkouts. They got Charles coming out first. Oh man, this is gonna be a great fight, man. This is gonna be such a fucking good fight. Turn the fight on, man. Turn the fight on, man. It's on Paramount. It's on Paramount. UFC, every UFC event you can get now for like $8.99 a month on Paramount. And then Paramount got a bunch of other good shows and movies, man. It's worth it. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not an ad, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Oh, Max Holloway is about to fight Charles Oliveira. They fought 11 years ago. They fought 11 years ago for a couple minutes, but Oliveira, his shoulder got injured. Some people say he quit. Some people say it was a genuine injury. But now they're way better than they were known to be 11 years ago when was the last time they fought. And now they're getting ready to fight again. Both of these guys are legends in this sport. Both of these guys have striking, just both of these guys can crack with their hands. You know, Oliveira, man, in the past 7 years, I would say, he's been really, really cracking dudes with his, with the hands. He used to be just known as like a jiu-jitsu guy, like on the ground. And even still now, he's dangerous as hell if he gets you on the ground. Dangerous as hell. But he can also hit you, but his thing is throwing strikes down the middle. Right. He wants to throw big, heavy strikes down the middle and hurt you with those, and then get you on the ground and choke you out, things like that. But with his opponent, and when his opponent comes out, I'm a detail him too, because that's my guy. But Charles Oliveira, he is a veteran in this sport. He's a veteran in the sport, guys. And when he first got into the sport, a lot of people really questioned him, as like a guy who was a quitter, because there were some fights that he had in the UFC where it looked like he quit. And one of those fights were where he fought Max Holloway back in 2015, a long time ago, 11 years ago. But since then, he's had so much success. He has seen so much success, and I'm so happy for Charles Oliveira. I am. I'm so happy for him because he's been through so much in his career. And like he deserves to like get a win tonight, but at the same time, like Max is my boy. That's my dog. And I need Max to get this W. And here goes Max. He's about to do his walkout now. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Max. Let's go, Max. right, so we got Max Holloway walking out now.
To a man, to a woman, they just don't come much more highly respected than the home run super featherweight champion and the reigning BMF champ Max Lex Holloway. Daniel, you have a close personal relationship with this individual, and you share all of the adulation and the adoration that this fan base feels for this incredible fighter individual.
Damn. You can tell this is one of those fights where it's like nobody wants anybody to lose. Like Charles Oliveira is like just one of those guys where like, you know, he had some ups and downs in his career. His downs were really down, but his ups were really, really freaking up. And like, you know, you just root for a guy like that who has seen it all. And Max Holloway is kind of in that same boat, you know, like Max Holloway is a guy who has been to the top of the top. He's reached the highest of highs. He's been a champion before, but like, you know, never really held it for long. And like he's just never really been recognized as like one of the greatest in the sport. But he really is, you know, and again, you just know both of these guys don't have a lot of time left in their careers. Both of them maybe have like what, two fights left in them, I would say three at the very max. Both of these guys have two, maybe three fights left in them, and they're absolute legends, man. And I don't want to see either of these guys lose, but somebody's got to here in a few minutes as we're about to kick off the main event of UFC 326. And this is episode 1 of the Reigning Fist podcast here on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Here we're covering UFC events, MMA events. This is a fight sports podcast. And thank y'all for coming through. 85 people watching live right now. Travinci says, good luck on the bets, y'all. This fight is going to be fire. It is. Chef Spicy Rice saying Holloway, calling your shot. I'm calling my shot, man. I'm saying Holloway. Holloway, 34 years old. Oliveira, 36 years old. Holloway, 5'11". Oliveira, 5'10". Both guys weighing in at 155 pounds. The main event. Come on, Bruce. Come on, Bruce. Talk to us. Let's go. Come on. This fight's about to be fire. Mark Goddard refereeing the fight. Here we go. I hope y'all watching the fight. If you're not, turn it on now. Uh-oh. Here we go. Yes, sir. Come on. Let's go. Oh, my gosh. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Who would have thought we would get this rematch here in 2026? When both guys, after fighting each other 11 years ago, both guys have turned their careers into legacies. Both guys have seen so much success. And this is for the BMF championship, the BMF belt, the baddest motherfucker belt. That's what it stands for, in case you didn't know. Yes, there is a belt called the BMF, the baddest motherfucker belt. And that is what is on the line here in this fight. Charles Oliveira, Charles du Bronx Oliveira. a legend, former champion. Charles Oliveira. Wow. And then you got Max Holloway. Max Holloway. Max. Fighting out of Hawaii, man. Former champion. You got former champ versus former champ. This is crazy. And he's actually the BMF champion. Max Holloway is. And I'm calling my shot right now. I'm calling Max Holloway to win this fight. I think Max Holloway knocks him out. All right, they're facing off. Woo, boys, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Max versus Charles. Here we go. We're underway. Oh, Oliveira with an early leg kick. 2 early leg kicks. Oh, Holloway with some sharp boxing to start. Overhand right. Oh, another one. And then a left. Pepper. Oh, Max landing. Oh, my goodness. Oliveira went crazy just now, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Oliveira was landing with the hands and then took down Max. What is going on right now? Holloway, Max is staying calm right now. He's staying calm. He's on the ground. Oliveira's on top. It looks like he's inside control. Okay, he's rotating back into half guard. Whoa. Oh, Oliveira came out crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He came out crazy. Oh, he's trying to get the head and arm choke. Yeah, rotate out of that. Max. Come on now. He's got the hooks in. He's on his back. He's backpacking him. He's backpacking Max. Charles is backpacking Max Holloway. You got 3 minutes to go. You got to get him off of you, man. Come on, peel him off. You got to peel him off. Peel him off. Come on. Oh my gosh, it's over. It's over, dog. Oh, he got out. You got to get out of there, Max. You got to get out of there. And see, Max is tough as nails, but it's like Charles is so good. He's so good on the ground, bro. He's so good when it comes to like syncing up these chokes. He's not gonna let Max off the hook. Max is tough as nails, but Charles is not gonna let him off the hook. Yeah, if Max can survive here, like on the ground, here and take some of the energy out of Oliveira, and survive into the next round, he can definitely start to like put together some combinations with his boxing and start to wear down Oliveira. Because here's the thing, Oliveira came out like a bat out of hell, right? You got a minute and a half left. You got 90 seconds left in this first round. He came out like a bat out of hell. He's gonna be tired going into the second round if he doesn't finish Max Holloway here, which it doesn't look like he's gonna do. So I think that plays into the favor of Max Holloway. All right, less than a minute to go. He's got his back still. So I mean, Max has got to like keep defending. You got to keep your chin tucked. Keep that chin tucked. Not the face crank. Come on. Don't let him face crank you. Yeah, peel that arm up. Yeah, we're not going for that. Come on now. Yeah. Max is not fucking tapping to a face crank. He's too tough for that. Oh, this is a great fight, chat. This is a great fight. Hey, Max Holloway is smiling. Oh my gosh. Max is smiling. Chad, he's smiling. I'm telling you, Chad. Like when he gets back up after this round, this is a great fight. Because Charles can't finish. He knows he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything. I mean, he handled him on the ground, but like this is a 5-round fight, big dog. You feel me? You still got 4 whole rounds to go. You know, like you didn't really do anything to really hurt Max Holloway right there in that round. So I don't know how the judges are gonna score it, but if it were me, I'm not giving a whole lot of credit to Oliveira in that round because he didn't do anything to really put Max in danger. It's like he did, but like Max defended it. You know, maybe I'm just a Max fan, but still, I'll give Oliveira that round. I'll say it's 1-0 Oliveira for sure. It's definitely 1-0 Oliveira. But I don't think that like that really took Max out of it. I think Max is gonna come back into this round and be, you know, he's gonna turn the tide. Charles don't even look like he really want to be there anymore. He's got his hands on his hips already. And this is just round 2. Let me see Max. Let me see them hands, Max. Let me see them hands, Max. Oh. I need to see some power. Okay, Oliveira shooting for the takedown. He got him down. He got Max down. Max, see that was a problem. Max let him breathe. And get his bearings for a takedown to go for a mean takedown like that. It was just too easy. And that's a bad sign because it tells you that Max Holloway doesn't have the energy. Because he let him push him up against the fence. Shout out to everybody watching live now. 91 people watching live right now. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this episode 1 of the Reigning Fist podcast. It might be over for Max, says Chef Spicy Rice. It's not looking good. You got 3.5 minutes left, and Oliveira's all over him. He's all over him. It's not looking good at all because even if Max were to get up from this, it seems like Oliveira is having not a hard time taking him down. So but that's the thing. Max is so tough. It's like he's just not gonna go away as easily as you might think. You know, like he's gonna hang in there and do whatever he needs to do to make sure he doesn't lose the fight. But this choke is looking tight, man. Oh, that choke is tight. It's over with. It's over with, man. It's over. He's got to tap. He's got to tap. He's got to tap. How did he get out of that? What? How did he get out of that? How is Max surviving this? How is Max surviving this? What the fuck? Yo. This is a Max masterclass. I don't know how he's surviving being in Charles Oliveira's body triangle like this and getting choked, getting not kneed, but elbowed. Like, how is he surviving this? These are tough, man. These are tough. These are tough. These are tough. Wow, how is Max so tough? How is Max so freaking tough, dog? How is he surviving these chokes and these transitions? Jeez, I'm holding my breath here. Because Oliveira is all over him, bro. He's all over him. And if you call this boring fighting, you just don't know. You just don't know mixed martial arts. You just don't know. Because this is like, it's incredible. It's incredible. The positions that Oliveira is able to get Max Holloway and keep him in, but the positions that at the same time, simultaneously, Holloway is able to maintain. It's just it's amazing. Wow, this is a great fight. You got 30 seconds left in this round 2. Oliveira has dominated another round on the ground, and we'll see what happens in the third round. The crowd is booing, but like, bro, I'm fascinated. I am very fascinated by this fight. I am. I am. I'm gonna check the chat in a second. 8 seconds left in this round. Holloway held on. I don't know how he did. I don't know how Holloway held on in that round, bro. I don't. Spicy rice. Those elbows were nasty, bro. Those elbows were nasty on the ground when he had him in the body lock, for sure. For sure. Chef Spicy Rice says if Max can't get Oliveira to stand up and box him, I don't see how he wins. Exactly. That's my thing. Uh, Max is tough as nails. You can see that, but it's just like he's got to get some respect on the feet to where like, and I don't even want to say some respect. Like you just have to hurt him. You got to crack him good. You got to crack Charles and let him know that like, hey, look, it ain't sweet coming in here trying to take me down. You know? Why did my TV turn off? What the hell? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? That's crazy. The whole stream like went blank. That's crazy, chat. Give me a second. Damn it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Amazon. Here we go. Here we go. Why is my stream just went out? My stream just went out. What the hell? It's not just me? Oh, I thought it was just me. What the hell is happening right now? We got over 100 people watching live. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming through to episode 1 of the Reigning Fist podcast on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. But like, did everybody's Paramount just go out right now? What the hell? My boy just put in the group chat, Portuguese broadcast is working right now. Excuse me? What are we talking? What are we talking about? What? We just lost the broadcast for UFC 326. Paramount just dropped the broadcast for UFC 326 live in the third round of the main event fight. No, wait a minute. Okay, now it's back on. Round 3, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, but like, wait a minute. We just missed a whole minute of the fight. We just missed 2 minutes of the fight, and you have Charles on top here in full mount. Doesn't look good. It's like, okay, how did they get here? Cool. How did they get here? Man, that's actually very disappointing. Yeah. With where we are right now, though, guys, I mean, it's not looking good for Max. My Max pick is very much so in jeopardy because Oliveira has just been all over. He's been all over Max so far in this fight. Like, he's just not letting up. Like, he's taking him down and holding him down, and there's like nothing Max can do about it. And he's constantly chasing chokes here. This is not looking good, man. And that's the thing, like, so far in this fight, Max has like been so freaking tough in defending so many different chokes. It's like eventually he's gonna have to give in to something. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's like he can't keep defending these chokes for minutes at a time. He just can't, bro. He just can't. Yeah, 45 seconds left in this round 3. The crowd is booing at the stadium in Vegas, or at the arena in Vegas. Ah, that is a great knee. It's a great knee from Charles. A hip toss, beautiful hip toss. Beautiful hip toss from Oliveira there. Nah, yeah, Max has some work to do, man. He's got some work to do. He's only got 2 rounds. It looks like he's a little tired. No, yeah, my Max pick is definitely in jeopardy right now. I thought that he would be a lot sharper in connecting with Oliveira before Oliveira could get to him. But so far, I mean, it seemed like early in this fight, he kind of let Oliveira come to him before he went to Oliveira. And now he's kind of paying for it. You know, he had to try to clip him early in this fight and get him off of his rocker, but he hasn't really been able to do that. And some people said this about Max Holloway's power. Like they said, they questioned his power, and I thought that that was totally, legitimate. Um, but I just thought that, in this fight, and it looks like he just took a nut shot. I just thought that in this fight he would be, a lot sharper. He's a lot faster. I think he's a lot faster, but I thought he would be a lot sharper and a lot better defensively, against Charles Oliveira striking. All right, so here we go. Holloway doesn't look good, even when he's like, even on his feet, he doesn't look very good right now. It just looks like he's waiting for the takedown. And yep, here it comes. Oliveira shoots in. It just all of his strikes look like, okay, I'm throwing these strikes just to see when you're gonna take me down. And right now he's trying to like dance around with him. Max is throwing his legs around, which is good. He's up against the fence right now. He's not down yet. Oliveira's trying to trip him, and he does. He gets him down. Oliveira gets him down again. Gets him down again. So now we're back on the ground with 3.5 minutes left to go. I'll tell you what, if Oliveira wins this fight by decision off of just holding down Oliveira for 25 minutes, UFC fans will not be happy. I'll tell you that much. And when I say UFC fans, I mean me. Because it's like, if you're going to keep taking the motherfucker down, go ahead and fucking finish him. Okay, he's chasing ahead an arm choke here on Max. But, it's just one of those things where it's like, you get a stalemate because Oliveira's wrestling pressure has been too much for Holloway. But Holloway's jiu-jitsu defense has been good enough to stop a finish. So it's just like you get the stalemate, like what you see here. Max is like just too tough to really just give in. But Oliveira is just not letting up. And he's just gonna keep chasing shit. But now Oliveira is on top and he's trying to, I commend him for this now. He's trying to finish it. He's on top, trying to land big strikes, and he's landing big strikes. He's got his back. And Max is now trying to. Oliveira's got Max's back. He's got him in a body lock on the ground. Oliveira's on the bottom. But Max is, again, he's just so tough. It's just, again, like I said, guys, is one of those things where, he is Max. That is, he's good enough to survive here. He can survive. And Oliveira, like, he's trying his hardest to finish him, but this is just a stalemate. And this is where you have the crowd booing because, like, they know, like, okay, we're at a point in the fight. We're at a point in this fight where we know that Oliveira can't finish Holloway, but Holloway can't stop the fight from being here, on the ground. So, wow, uh, this is one of those fights. UFC fans aren't gonna like it. They're not. UFC fans aren't gonna like this. We got 30 seconds left in this round 4. Yeah, I mean, it's like Oliveira is doing well on the ground. I mean, like, he's not gonna let go of Max. Like, he's gonna backpack him for 5 more minutes if they get back here in the next round, you know. But it's clear and obvious that he can't finish him from here. He can't finish him from here. Ref's not standing him up. Who's this? Mark Goddard, who's refing this fight? Yeah, it's Mark Goddard. Yeah, bro, you got to stand them up. You got to stand them up. You got to understand, Big Mark. You got to understand. This is the main event fight of a numbered event. They've already been talking about how weak the pay-per-view era has been, or the numbered event era has been, since Paramount has took over the UFC. You can't have a fight like this where it's just literally 5 rounds of one guy laying on top of another guy, and the referee's not even standing him up. I mean, for the last minute right there, nothing happened, and the ref didn't stand him up. Mark Goddard, the ref, did not stand them up. That's unacceptable. Paramount bargained for way more than this. We just talked about the bum ass White House card that they announced earlier tonight. What are we talking about right now? This UFC is not looking good. It's not looking good. This is the 5th round for the BMF title fight. This is, again, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. I forgot that this was supposed to be for the baddest motherfucker bout. Now they're hugging and kissing before the 5th round. All right, I guess we're gonna hug and kiss before the 5th round. All right. Maybe now they have a mutual understanding that they're just gonna throw hands, and now Oliveira is hurting Holloway with strikes. Holloway defends the takedown, ends up on top of Oliveira. But this is not where you want to be if you're Max Holloway, if you ask me. I mean, you're already down 3-4 rounds. You're down 3-4 rounds. Unless you plan on finishing it down here on the ground, get the fuck up. Get the fuck up right now. And see, look, Oliveira is trying to keep you. He's trying to keep, even from the bottom, he's trying to keep you down there. He doesn't want to get up. He doesn't want to get up. He's holding Max Holloway's right leg. And you're not going to get damage here. You're burning daylight. What you're doing is burning daylight, Max. You got to get off of him. You have to get off of him. You got to push yourself off of him, make him strike with you again. That's your only chance of winning. Max Holloway he's known, he's famous for at the very end of fights pointing to the ground and saying, "Hey, look, let's go blow for blow, band for band, whatever you want to call it. And whoever gets KO'd first gets KO'd first." But that's why he's got to get up right now. This is the last round. This is the final round in a fight that he's losing currently. He's got to get up. You're on top. You have to push him off. Get up and demand him to his feet and hurt him. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got to push him off. Break those hands. You got to break his hands. You got to break his hand. See, he let him get him down again. And there's 3 minutes left. There's 3 minutes to go, and you let him get you down. That basically sealed the deal right there. Because at the bare minimum now, it's probably going to take on average Holloway 2 minutes to get up, which will leave him maybe 30 seconds to do anything. So it's pretty much over now, guys. Charles Oliveira is going to win this fight by unanimous decision. And it was a boring one. Can definitely say that. Can definitely say that, chat, for sure. Yeah, Charles isn't even trying to like really like do anything devastating. He's not trying to really finish the fight. You can tell like he's just trying to maintain position, and you can maybe just say that like, oh, this is just how good Max is defensively on the ground. And it's like sure, but man, like this is a bad. This is a overall. I can totally say this. This is a horrible look. It's a very bad look for Paramount in the UFC. This is a terrible look for Paramount in the UFC because I mean we've basically we've gotten the same thing for 25 straight minutes here. For 25 straight minutes. And Oliveira is going to win this fight and we're going to learn nothing about the division. We're going to learn nothing about the baddest motherfucker. I mean, this was supposed to be again the BMF belt. This was for the BMF belt. If this does not embarrass the UFC, I don't know what does. Because you're telling me in a fight that's supposed to be advertised as guys really just going at it and throwing down, this is what happens. You see a snooze fest for 25 minutes straight. Now, again, like I said, Max is going to get up with less than 30 seconds to go. We have 14 seconds left here now. And Oliveira is still just on his back. 10 seconds. The fight's over, right? That's it. That's so bullshit, man. It's so bullshit. It's so bullshit. No, it's so bullshit. They tried to do the point down thing with 5 seconds, 4 seconds to go. No, bro. Nah, bro. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. They get up with come on, man. And yeah, that's right. Both of these dudes got slept by Ilya Tuporia, who is fighting on the White House card. He's gonna sleep Justin Gaethje on that card. Justin Gaethje gets the next honor. That's fucking stupid, man. So stupid. Worst fight ever, bro. So stupid. It was ass. It was. I'm disappointed too. I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. We got 5 rounds of just Oliveira laying on top of Holloway. And then they do the whole point down thing with 5 seconds to go. With 5 seconds to go. It's like, come on, man. What are we even doing? Yeah, Oliveira is gonna win the BMF belt. But what does that mean for the division? What does that mean for the UFC overall? Nothing. We learned nothing tonight in this fight. We learned nothing. This was an embarrassing moment for the UFC, as far as you ask me. Or if you ask me. I don't understand how the UFC is gonna continue to get away with such lackluster matchmaking like they've been getting away with in the past 2 months. Because, you know, it's okay. Excuse me. It's okay if you have a main event that underwhelms like the one that this one just did. But you have to make up for that by having a co-main event or an event that's like third or fourth to last. That's an absolute banger. That's like a certified, it's going to be a banger. It's going to be entertaining. This fight right here was just a 5 round stalemate. And for your what second or third round, if you're the UFC, if this is your second or third round of having a quote unquote like premier event hosted on Paramount Plus, and for your main event on an event like that to end in this fashion. Unanimous decision. Just from Charles Oliveira, the whole crowd is booing. Just from Charles Oliveira laying on Max Holloway. And don't get me wrong, Oliveira deserves to win the belt here. You know, he won the fight fair and square. But if this is where the UFC is going, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. Let me hear what Oliveira has to say on the mic. Oliveira's a class act. Oliveira's a class act. He is. And you got to tip your cap. You got to tip your cap to Oliveira. He's a class act, but that was a brutal 5-round fight to watch as a fan. Now he's getting interviewed by Joe Rogan. He's got his whole family up there. Beautiful family. Beautiful son, daughter, wife. Beautiful family. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Yeah, man. I mean, it was just a 5-round stalemate, dude. Like, it was just, like, I. You thought that at some point maybe Oliveira would be able to finish Max on the ground, sneak in one of those chokes, finish the fight, but he just couldn't finish him. And it made for a 5-round snooze fest. It really did. It really did. Yeah. They're losing viewers to boxing. This might be a reason why, it's all the more reason for a Dana White to just look at Zuffa boxing and be like, all right, this is my next thing. I want to focus on this because obviously right now the UFC is suffering. They're suffering. They just announced a weak ass White House card a couple hours ago. And now they just freaking had this weak ass main event on what equivalent to a pay-per-view card. It's just not looking good right now for the UFC. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. What are my thoughts on Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane? I do think that that's gonna be a great fight. I'm don't get me wrong, guys. I'm looking forward to those fights. But if I had to pick between the two, AP or Cyril Gane, I'm gonna go with Alex Pereira because I don't feel like Cyril Gane will ever threaten the wrestling with AP, who would be more susceptible to getting wrestled, moving up a weight class, going up to heavyweight from light heavyweight 205. I think that Cyril Gane is going to try to strike with him. He's going to try to stand up, and he's not going to have the power to really put AP down. But AP is going to have the power at heavyweight to hurt Cyril Gane. So I would take Alex Pereira by a second round TKO. And like we saw here, Charles Oliveira defeats Alex Pereira by unanimous decision. Charles Oliveira defeats Max Holloway. Sorry, guys, by unanimous decision. And my prediction streak in the Paramount era comes to an end. I did pick Max Holloway to win this fight, and he did not. Next week we have Josh Emmett versus Vallejo's, and then after that you have Movsar Evloya versus LeBron Murphy. Then you have Izzy versus Joe Pyfer. Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. All right. Yeah, I mean, coming up, you don't really have any exciting fight nights, which is a problem, if you're the UFC, especially after tonight's fight. UFC Houston was great. 2 weeks ago, UFC Houston was great. I was there at the Toyota Center. That was a great night of fights. Sean Strickland got the W, and I was hoping that the UFC could build off of that momentum. But since then, I mean, last week you had the who was it? Brandon Moreno versus Kavanaugh fight, like the flyweight guys fighting. They go all 5 rounds and nothing really happened. And then this week you have Oliveira versus Holloway. They go all 5 rounds. Nothing really happens. And, it just is, it sucks because you think that, you're going to get some fights that really, really knock your socks off, but they just end up underwhelming. They end up underwhelming. And I don't even really know too much of what to say about it, but it's just like, I don't know if what you're thinking about if you're Paramount, who just bought the UFC content for what, $8 billion. So far, you're telling me we've had decision after decision in main events of these cards, of these big cards, because all three main cards that we've had, like numbered cards, I think there's only been 3. You had Volkanovski decision victory over Diego Lopez, and then you had Justin Gaethje decision victory over Patty the Batty Pimblett, and then you have tonight Charles Oliveira decision victory over Max Holloway. And in between that, like I said before, you've had Sean Strickland. He did finish Fluffy Hernandez a couple of weeks ago, UFC Houston. But outside of that, you don't really have too much. I mean, RoboCop got a nice victory tonight, nice finish tonight, knockout. But man, and then like I said again, Drew Dober had a nice knockout. He knocked out Michael Johnson. That was cool. But what are we really talking about here? Again, the White House card, weak sauce, if you ask me. No John Jones, no Conor McGregor. All right. I guess. Well, I mean, we're gonna tune in. I'm gonna tune in. I'm a fight fan. But you got Ilya Taporia versus Justin Gaethje. All right, yeah, awesome, cool. I'll be there, dog. I'll be there. But I already know how that fight's gonna end up. Ilya Taporia is gonna knock out. He's gonna knock fucking Justin Gaethje's tooth loose. And then you got Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. That's gonna be a fun fight. Again, both of those are good. I mean, great fights. We're gonna get some decisive finishes. But for the White House card, if you want a card that's gonna really like knock off the socks of the public, you got to get some name brands in there. You got to get some name brands in there. If you can't get Connor in there, then like what's really the point? What's really the point? Because you put a Georgian versus an American in the main event. For all that, you could have put Conor McGregor versus Justin Gaethje as the main event. You could have did Conor McGregor versus Justin Gaethje for the main event on the White House card, and everybody would have loved that. Everyone would have they would have ate that. They would have adored it. Maybe they couldn't pay. Maybe they couldn't, meet Conor's asking price. Maybe Gon has power. Gon has power, but not a lot. Not really. Like he's not gonna touch Alex Pereira and really like hurt him, like wobble him, unless he touches him up enough. He's not like a one hitter quitter. Gon is not. Max probably didn't even prepare for that type of fight. I mean, no, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. Spicy Rice says could have done Jones and Aspinall. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Jones was I don't think either guys were ready. Aspinall, he's got that eye thing going on, and Jones, he's going to be very, very particular. Now, I think our attention has to turn to, if you're an MMA fan, if you're a UFC fan, your attention has to turn to International Fight Week, which is, I believe, in July or August. Let me actually look that up really quick. Oh, it's in June. International Fight Week is June 25th. Yeah, that's honestly where I would be looking at John Jones or Conor McGregor. And that's a week after the White House card. Because the White House card is going to be on June 14th. That's when that card is going to take place, June 14th. And then International Fight Week is going to be June 25th. So that's when we're going to see that. But listen, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for this episode, this first episode of the Reigning Fist podcast. Damn, we got 260 people watching live right now as I reacted to this UFC 326, kind of a snooze fest, right? But this is the first episode of the Reigning Fist podcast, guys, on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. If you do enjoy fight sports, please hit that subscribe button, that follow button if you're watching on X. My name is Sudden Death again. Salute to you guys. I will be breaking down fights here, UFC fights mainly. I've had a great time doing this with you guys tonight here. Hopefully I'll have some guests in the future and we'll be able to do these things together. But yeah. What did you think? Make sure you leave down below in the comments like what you thought about this fight card. Did you enjoy this fight? What do you think the future of the UFC looks like? Because I think it's looking kind of bleak right now. With fights like this going down where you get one guy laying on top of another guy for 5 rounds straight. 5 shows into the $8 billion deal. Not looking too good, but let me know what you thought down below in the comments. Again, my name is Sudden Death. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.